I'm ready to go live. I'm ready to go live. And I am live. And I am live everywhere. And I'm grateful for that. Yes. Hey, Kjo. Okay, listen, do me a favor, right? Do me a favor. If you are catching the recording of this, put hashtag replay in the comments. Doesn't matter where you are watching this right now. If you're catching a recording, do me a favor and put hashtag replay in the comments so that because I love coming back to thank you for stopping your scroll and actually listening to what I have to say. And so the way that I keep up with that is by looking to see who put hashtag replay in the comments of my video. So please make sure that you put hashtag replay. I would appreciate it. I know it is a Friday evening. And so I don't want to keep you from all of your weekend shenanigans. I have some weekend shenanigans of my own. However, this could not wait. Okay, this couldn't wait. So as you can see from the title, I'm saying stop hating on psychics. Stop hating on psychics. Stop hating on mediums. Stop hating on clairvoyant. Like, stop hating on all of them, please. And when I say hating, here's what I mean. Oftentimes, I won't say oftentimes, in your life, you may have people who lean toward horoscopes, who lean toward psychics, who lean toward readings, who lean toward supernatural, spiritual type of things, right? And I know in some of the circles I hang out with, or I have hung out with, not now, but some of the circles that I have hung out with, I have had believers, who are like, oh my God, like they demonize not only the people who are actually doing the thing, like doing the readings or writing the horoscopes and all of that kind of thing, but they also tend to demonize and look down on their friends, their family, their co-workers, or whatever, who are also who are engaging in these things, right? And probably when you saw my title, like something may have just did something, like your back might have started itching. Like you might have been like, oh my gosh, like what is she talking about? What does she mean stop hating on psychics? First of all, we shouldn't hate on people, period. So there's that. Like, there's that. And we also shouldn't demonize people. So there's that. I'm going to give you an alternative. Okay. This is something that my mom, I'm not going to say it verbatim. I'm not going to say it verbatim. Your back was itching, Kjo. Yes. So she said, not verbatim, I'm paraphrasing, that there will be no need for a psychic when the prophets of God rise up. Right? There's a lot that I could say about that. I'm not here for that today. Maybe a different day. Okay. Here's what I want you to know today. Here's what we need for you to know today is that you can quit hating on psychics because you can be the one instead of demonizing, or instead of, giving your friend, your family, all the reasons why they shouldn't engage, why they shouldn't go to the psychic, right? So for example, you may have a friend who's saying, hey, now listen, now I'm about to age myself. Okay. I don't think this is still a thing. However, if it is, good stuff. And I'm about to age myself. Okay. All right. So you might have a friend who is calling that 976 number to talk to Miss Cleo. If you can relate to if you remember the 976 number, put 976 in the comments, please. If you remember the 976 number, right? Listen, please put 976. If you're watching the replay, it does not matter. Please put 976 in the comments. Okay. So you might have a friend who is dialing up the 976 number trying to get, a psychic reading from Miss Cleo. Okay. And you're like, girl, you wasting your time. Girl, you should not be on that phone. Girl, God does not like that. All the things, all the reasons, right? All the everything. However, it could also be that when they say, well, listen, I need to know about such and such. I need to ask Miss Cleo about my job or about my future or about this or that. If all you have for your friend, for your coworker, for your family member is, girl, I'll pray with you, that's probably not enough. Which is why she dialing 976 and on the phone with Miss Cleo. I want to offer an alternative. The same way that Miss Cleo via the 976 number is a resource, seemingly a resource for your friend, for your family member, for your coworker, you can be a resource too. As a matter of fact, I am a firm believer that being a resource is what we are called to be. Jesus said, you are the light of the world. Okay. Light provides guidance. Light provides food for plants. Light is provision. Light is a resource. Okay. You are the salt of the earth. Salt also is a resource. Salt is a commodity. Salt is a necessity. Salt is needed, right? And so if all we can say to our friend, it's the same way that if all we could say to our friend who's in need, oh, I'll pray for you, and we can't be a resource, it's not enough. And we're living beneath what we get to be based on what Jesus said about us. So your friend's calling Miss Cleo because she needs answers. So here's the thing. You get to be a resource for your friend. You get to be a resource for your coworker, for your family member, anybody who you know dialing 976, whatever I forgot what the rest of it was. Anyway, 1976, whatever. Okay? Because you can receive the heart of God for him, for her, for them, and convey it to them, accurately convey it to them with his heart, with his mind, with his love. Okay? What do you mean, Ebony L? You may have heard that called prophecy. Okay, or prophesying. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that you're a prophet. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Okay? What I am saying is that each of us can receive words from God and deliver them. However, there is a way to do it. And you might need to learn that way, because being a resource doesn't mean that we just tell them anything that they want to hear. Or, we say, girl, the Lord gonna come through, hallelujah and amen. No. We want to partner with heaven. Being a resource means that we get to partner with heaven for other people, to provide answers for other people. Last month, I did a 3-day training called Answers from God. Okay. And I spent 3 days training people, educating them on how to ask God great questions in order to get the answers that they have been looking for, needing, longing for, all the things, right? People who are part of that training brought questions to God that they have been asking on the inside of them for literally decades. Some of them were immediate, like, I got some stuff that happened last week. God talked to me about it. Other people, when they were little, I taught them how they receive from God, all the different ways that God relays messages to us, gives words to us. And so in sitting down to prepare for this month, what walked across my forehead was answers from God for others. Because you have people in your life who are dialing 976, trying to get on the phone with the psychic, buy the newspaper, or go online and pull that horoscope every day and live by it. My grandmother was one of them. I'm talking about she could not move unless she read that horoscope. So don't hate on them. Be a resource to them. We have to, I want to be in a position to not just point out problems to people. I want to be able to identify the problem with them and then be the solution for them in partnership with heaven. Anybody else with me? Anybody else? If you with me, put me in the comments. If you with me, put me, please. Put me if you're with me. Because anybody can point out what's wrong with a situation, what's wrong in a family. Anybody can point out what's wrong in a country. My God, today, anybody can point out what's wrong. That's the easy part. The most important part is to say, and here's the solution. Here is what God is saying about this family, about this person, about your situation, about this country. And I know that's kind of tiptoeing into some other stuff. I'm all right with that. Because I've been doing this and I got receipts. That's why I want to invite you to be a part of this next training that I'm doing. Answers from God for others. Absolutely. Where we are going to dive into the prophetic, what it means to prophesy. Who gets to prophesy? Like all that. Some of the lies that we have believed about prophecy, even if a whole lot of people saying them. If God hadn't said it about prophecy, then it's subject to questioning. Period. And we're going to activate you. We're going to turn on. Activation just simply means turn on. We're going to turn on the gift that's already inside of you. So that by the time we're done in these 3 days, you will be confidently and accurately delivering the heart of God to the people in your spheres of influence. So that they ain't got to call Miss Cleo. They ain't got to dial 976. They don't have to read the horoscope. And you won't have to get in not another argument about whether or not they should be going to get that reading. Absolutely. Listen, if you want to join, and I want you to join, I want to invite you. You need to go to yourunbecoming.com. yourunbecoming. I won the spelling bee. Whoop, whoop. On IG, the link is in my bio. Real simple. Yourunbecoming.com. That'll give you all the rest of the information. I didn't want to take up too much of your Friday evening, so I didn't want to go into all of that. You can feel free to check it out. It's at yourunbecoming.com. It's happening September 24th, 25th, and 26th. Don't worry about it. When you register, you'll get access to the recordings if you can't make one of those 3 days. Okay? Now, you're finding out early enough to be able to clear your schedule a little bit, but, if you have something going on and you can't make it in person one of those days, you will get access to the recording. It's just fine. It's just fine. Listen, you're going to be prophesying in real time. Why? Because there are hurting people who who you know right now, who think God has left them, who think God doesn't care anything about them, and they need to hear from him. So we get to be a resource for them. I'm done. But I'll be back. I'll be back because I'm aware of how necessary and how needed this is. I just wanted to pop in right quick on this Good Friday evening and invite you. Please share this out. If you know people who need to hear this, please share this out. Please share it out. Be a resource in that way. And then come on over and join us for the training. Okay. Answers from God for others. September 24th, 25th, and 26th is virtual. You can join us from anywhere on the planet. And we're going to have a good time. All right. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll hopefully see you at the training.